Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of TLDR here on the Heart of Geek. Now, I don't know if you've been doing the same thing, but I just binge watched the entire second season of The Umbrella Academy, and that made me think about the first trade paperback of the comics. And I was just thinking, okay, what's the deal? And I just wanted to give you a rundown of my thoughts on kind of the show and the comic books that they were based on. So this is going to be all first season stuff. If you haven't seen the first season of the show, or if you don't want to be spoiled on the first trade paperback, the Apocalypse Suite, I would suggest turning away. But if you're fine with that, turns out there's a study that says people that were spoiled on the plot lines and something, it doesn't take away from their total enjoyment of said thing when they go to watch it anyway. So here we go. The first season of the TV show is based basically around the first set of the comics, the Apocalypse Suite, and the second, which is called Dallas. They both seasons kind of interweave between the two of those. And I think it works really well because, like, the Apocalypse Suite is only 6 comic books. There's only so much that can be done to tell a complete story in that time. So they filled it out by exploring stuff that was not only in the second set of comics, but they actually explore things that didn't really get fleshed out in the comics because they took out a lot of the Umbrella Academy doing this superhero stuff as kids, which I don't really have a problem with because because of all that, it actually makes the TV show have like a bigger through line with interpersonal relationships and how the fact that their dad was kind of a distant douche kind of messed the kids up. And I mean, that's mentioned in the comics, but it's fleshed out a lot more in the TV show. That's why I really like the TV show. I might do one of these about the TV show, but that's not what we're doing right now. But going back to the Apocalypse Suite, it's very cool. Like, basically, like 43 kids end up all being given birth to at the same time. And there's this guy named Reginald Hargreaves who finds as many of the kids as he can, and he trains them basically as superheroes to save the world. And turns out the way he did it was kind of big old douche mode, and it basically turns the kids into kind of assholes, because eventually they quit for reasons I'm not going to say. They talk about it in both the comics and the TV show if you want to watch them. And then because of something that happens, they all get reunited. And that event doesn't change between the comics and the TV show, but everything that happens after that takes 2 different rails in the comic and the TV show. So in that respect, it's kind of like the Hellboy comics and the Hellboy Guillermo del Toro movies, in the fact that it's taken in a different direction, but it's not like they didn't care to craft it in a way that paid homage to the original. So in that respect, I really dig the comics and I really dig the show, because the comics are like bombastic and off the rails and show really weird superhero stuff with robots and aliens and robot aliens and time travel and weird stuff and all that stuff. And then the comics, being as crazy as they are, the TV show takes it in more like I don't want to say realistic approach, because it still has time travel and weird stuff like that, but it's grounded in these interpersonal relationships, so like you care about them more because of what's going on. And I can't wait for season 3. But yeah, the Umbrella Academy comics are weird, and like it's just page 1 weird, and if you're on board with that, it's just gonna take you on like a train of crazy that doesn't stop until the last page, and then it goes, oh hey, there's more coming, and then that gets even weirder. And yeah, it's just a whole load of fun. The art is really good. Gerard Way is the guy that wrote the thing, and that's what got me into this in the first place, because I was a huge fan of My Chemical Romance when they first started. That was my first concert I ever went to at Pensacola Civic Center. It was Muse opening for My Chemical Romance. So that was what got me interested, but what got me sticking around was that the writing is incredibly crazy, the art is really good, and it's just fun. Like, I don't really know what to say other than that, because it's like really pulpy and like weird, and they have like Martian stuff and space boys on the moon. Like, it's just weird. And I don't want to give a whole bunch of stuff away, because I think it's worth your time to read it, because it's really, really fun. But it's like, okay, something happens to the Eiffel Tower in like the first 10 pages that's like, what the heck is going on? And yeah, like, it reminds me a lot of another comic book that I really like called Atomic Robo, where it's just a robot that like interacts with really weird science-y type villains. And it's just like, okay, I'm suspending my disbelief to get on board with this really weird stuff, and you're making it really entertaining for me to do so, so I'm gonna stick around. And I just wanted to say something about the 7 kids in the Umbrella Academy. Like, they're really cool. Like, in a weird way, because there's stuff that's not explored in the TV show that's explored in the comics. Like, there's 7 kids, and basically their dad ranks them in their usefulness. I know, douchebag move, right? So there's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And number 1 is Space Boy. He's the leader, and basically because he's designated as number 1, makes number 2 really mad. And number 2 is the Kraken, and he's like he ends up being like the weird Batman type, and he's really cool. Number 3 is the Rumor. She has like some crazy powers. 4 is Seance. Klaus. He's a pretty cool guy. He can talk to the dead. Like, that's not really spoiling anything. Everybody has powers. Number 5 is the Boy. He can like do weird time travel-y stuff. Number 6 is the Horror. He's really cool. He has like some weird interdimensional stuff that can do things, and I don't really understand it, but it's pretty crazy. And then number 7 is Vanya, and she is just kind of sad, because I mean, she's number 7. She's like the least useful one, and that plays a lot into the plot of both the comics and the TV show. I'm not going to explain why here, but I mean, just the dynamics of having your dad go, hey, I'm just not even going to refer to you by your names. I'm just going to refer to you by your usefulness to me and what I'm planning. It's just like, how do you come out of that and not be completely insane? Plain. But yeah, like, this whole thing is just, it was very intriguing to me, and the art's great, the writing's great, the covers on this thing are amazing, and they have like the whole gallery of them in the trade paperback, and they're beautiful. And one of them is actually used in the thumbnail for this, so you can see some of that. But yeah, I suggest you pick up the Umbrella Academy, the Apocalypse Suite, Dallas, Hotel Oblivion, and then Sparrow Academy is out or coming out. I don't know. I need to actually I'm going to the comic book store tomorrow because it's free comic book summer, and every week I pick up some of the free comics and then just take a look around and see what I want to get because I'm a dork like that. But anyway, if you want to see more like this, where I talk about graphic novels or I talk about movies, music, any type of nerdy stuff, come on back. If you want me to review a specific thing, throw that in the comments. If you really like the Umbrella Academy, the comics or the TV show, or you want to tell me that the TV show is better than the comics or the comic books are better than the TV show, because there's a lot of people out there who's like, yeah, it's great, but you should have read the book. I'm cool. Just tell me in the comments. Keep this conversation going. Hit that subscribe button while you're down there, and then there's a little bell icon that'll keep you notified of when we do some of these videos, because I'm not the only one doing stuff on this channel. My brothers are, my best friend is, and it's a lot of fun here. You can go to theheartofgeek.com, go to our website, and it has all of these in playlists form, all of our podcasts that we're doing, a link to our Twitch, which I've been doing a Twitch stream with my bros and my best friend where we play D&D on Saturday nights, and it's gonna get real weird, so I hope to see you there too. But if I don't, which I should, I hope you have a great day, a great week, a great month, and a great year. Bye-bye!